Realms of Peril and Glory will begin after these short messages. We'd like to thank our patrons, Courtney Jenkins, David Devereaux, and Lavender, for their support in making Realms of Peril and Glory possible. If you'd like to join them and continue allowing us to make this show, then please go support us at patreon.com/lightandtragic. There you can get some incredible perks like bonus shows, ad-free listening, and a lot more. Again, that is patreon.com/lightandtragic.
Hello and welcome to Realms of Peril and Glory. I'm your game master, Maddy Searle, and today we're playing a very special game for the holidays, Vael, a Lythwyn carol. This story is all about Zongroff and Torbrennan investigating a case at the Gral'Shaak family home, and it takes place about 8 months after the events of our Vael campaign at the time of the Lythwyn Festival. The system we're going to be using is 13th Age, a D20 fantasy TTRPG designed by Rob Heinzu, the lead designer on D&D 4th edition, and Jonathan Tweet, the designer on D&D 3rd edition. But enough from me, let's hear from our fantastic players, starting with Liz Campbell.
Hi, I'm Liz Campbell. My pronouns are any, and I'm delighted to once again be playing Zongroff Gral'Shaak, pronouns she, her, orc rogue, and captain now in the Harbor Guard.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful. And Pip Gladwin.
Bless my festive jug, dog priest. I'm back. We're all back, except for those of us who haven't been here before. They're not back, they're just here. Hi, Pip Gladwin, pronouns he, him. Torbrennan's pronouns are also he, him, because I'm basic as fuck. And yeah, I'm going to be playing now Constable Torbrennan Crag. Just happy to be here, like I am. Just happy to be invited on this wonderful Christmas quest.
Fantastic. And Zachary Fortais-Gomm.
Why, hello there. How fantastic it is to be on this side of the mic for once. My name is Zachary Fortais-Gomm. Pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing former public defender, currently studying martial arts in her retirement, Tralyth, Gral'Shaak, the matriarch of the Gral'Shaak family, who of course goes by she, her pronouns. I cannot wait to be perpetually disappointed in all my wonderful children.
Brilliant. And James Barbarossa.
Hello, my name is James Barbarossa, and this time I'll just be playing Wrik'Tuk Gral'Shaak, surgeon at St. Swithin Hospital, cleric of the Hippogrific Oath, and member of the New Harbour Paraclerics, and we're both he, him.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, our wonderful guest, Rachel Smith.
Hi, yes, I'm Rachel. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Hantak Gral'Shaak, one of the Gral'Shaak siblings, and artist, community activist, sculptor, barbarian, orc. many qualities. And yeah, her pronouns are she, her.
Wonderful. And so, as we jump into today's story, the date is the 17th of Foxham, 1345 AP, about 8 months since the Undying King was defeated. And Zongroff is waiting outside Chief Venable's office in Justice Hall, the home of the Harbour Guard. It's a little quieter than usual, as a lot of the guards are taking time off to be with their loved ones for the Lythwyn Festival. And that is a week of celebrations in the lead up to New Year with feasting and markets and family and, of course, plenty of booze. It's about keeping your spirits up during the darkest time of the year and recognizing that darkness is a part of the balance of Vael. But for Zongroff, it's been several months since we've seen her last, so what has she been up to?
I think after the events of season 1, Zongroff has got her shiny new position, and I think that has been the perfect excuse for her to go right back to her desk and bury herself back in quite a lot of work. You know, she's probably maybe not kept in as good a contact with her friends as she should. Big promotion, big responsibility.
So, yes, Zongroff, deep in work as usual, Chief Venable comes out of his office and says, "All right, Captain Gral'Shaak, come on in."
Chief, yes, hi.
I know, good to see you. You've been doing excellent work, as I'm sure you've been told by many of our officers. And then he kind of ushers you into the office, and you take a seat in the usual chair. And he sits down and he goes, Well, I've got a rather unusual case for you. Thought I'd just give you a little bit of background personally because it's perhaps a little different from what you've been working on up until now. It's an arson case at 59 Moonrise Road, and you would recognise that address as being the house directly between your parents' house and the family bakery.
Sorry, 59?
Yeah, that's right. Is any significance of that for you?
Yeah, sorry, my family lives on that street, next door. In fact, God, when did this happen?
Oh, it was about a week ago. The inhabitants were perfectly fine. They were obviously distressed and they lost a lot of their property, but they're safely in a bed and breakfast on the same road, just paid for by their insurance. So yeah, it's a couple in their 50s, Fiona and Gillian Rhododendron, married couple. They have no idea how it happened. They were asleep at the time, so their statements aren't particularly enlightening. But yeah, we were wondering if you could go along and kind of investigate and see if anyone else on the street knew anything about it.
I think Zongroff immediately flips out her notebook, starts taking notes, has a little moment to realize that this happened a week ago, and she really probably ought to have called her mother sometime in the last week. It's been a while. Kind of snaps the notebook shut. Of course, Chief. I can get right on it. Yeah, I'll find some support. A lot of people are out for the holidays, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really appreciate you taking this time to help us out, as so many people are away with their families. But I would like to say, please take some holiday in the new year, because I say this with all the respect in the world. You look terrible. Please rest.
Thanks, boss. Yeah, well, hey, you know, when people stop committing crimes, then maybe I can take some holiday.
Well, that's a very high bar to set yourself. I doubt that will ever be achieved at any point in the history of Vael, but I appreciate your ambition. Also, just know that I'm always here to talk to about if you're having stressful times with work and if you need any holiday. And he kind of pointedly kind of stares at you and taps his desk briskly.
Are you not going home for Lythwyn then?
Oh yeah, I'm having a couple of days off closer to the new year. But yeah, this is my last day. Last full day before taking some time off.
Yeah, I did notice the casual trousers, sir.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my wife got them for me. Yeah, very nice.
Right. Well, yes, no, of course. I'll get right on this. And a very, very joyful Lythwyn to you. I'm gonna go solve an arson. Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, have a good one. And yeah, you scuttle out of the office. And where do you go next?
Zongroff kind of exits the office and stops and has a moment. I think the fact that this is kind of right next to her family's property has rattled her a bit, especially the fact that she didn't know about this. She goes to pull out her speaking stone, I think, to probably call her mom.
The speaking stone rings and Tralyth picks up.
Hello? Zongroff? Zongroff, is that you?
Yeah, hi Mum. How are you?
Well, it's nice to hear from you.
Yeah, joyful Lythwyn.
And a joyful Lythwyn to you. Are you coming to Lythwyn dinner tonight? Are you coming? You have an RSVP.
Oh, shit, is that tonight? Yeah, you know, funny enough, I think I might be in the area.
Oh?
So, yeah,
Are you
sorry.
seeing someone?
More importantly, did the house between home and the bakery maybe burn down like a week ago?
Why, yes, I tried to call you about it, but you didn't answer.
Yeah, sorry. I have been busy. There's a lot of crime. You know. Yeah.
No. Always
Right.
busy.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Look, I'll come and speak to you in person. That's. Yeah. No. I'll come by. It'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see you. Your friend is coming, by the way. I've invited him. Your friend.
I have more than one friend, Ma. You have to.
Your friend.
What do you know about the? What?
Torbrennan.
Oh God! Oh shit, Torbrennan. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah.
The thing is, he saved your life.
Yes, he did. Right.
Everyone
yes. No.
loves him.
He's a very nice man.
Very well known around the neighborhood.
Very popular. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. I'll. Yes. I shall be there tonight, and with Torbrennan will also be there. Apparently. I knew that. Obviously, I knew that because we're friends. Yeah. It would be super rude if I didn't know he was coming to my family Lythwyn dinner. That would be. Right. Okay. Yeah. No. I'll see you later, Ma. Okay. Bye. Gotta go. Bye. Busy. Bye. I'll hang up.
How is Zongroff feeling at this moment?
Yeah, I think, the realization when you've had your head buried in like a project for too long, you kind of like emerge to the world and you're like, oh God, I forgot about reality. Yeah, I mean, she's clearly not kept up with her mother. And yeah, apparently just been reminded that she hasn't kept up with Torbrennan either. Torbrennan now works for the Harbor Guard. Do you think that he's maybe in Justice Hall?
Well, I'll throw that to Pip. Where do you think Torbrennan would be at this time? It's probably about 4:30 in the afternoon.
Well, what time would I have been told to come to the Gral'Shaak's dinner?
So you need a couple hours to get pretty, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's 4:30 in the afternoon, I imagine the Gral'Shaak dinner would probably start sometime around like 6 or 7. That's my guess as Tralyth.
Yeah, that was my thinking as well.
Well, then Torbrennan is either finishing his, shift and getting changed, or is like already there.
I mean, I think probably Zongroff immediately goes to where you would be in Justice Hall, assuming that, like her, you would still be working on Lythwyn Eve, and it's very possible that you are not there.
Well, I mean, I think I probably could be. I've got a question for Maddy.
Please,
and I'm going to ask these questions to Maddy and not to Zach.
Very confusing situation.
The, changing rooms at Justice Hall, segregated, non-segregated?
I'll say non-segregated. It's a progressive city.
Then Torbrennan is 100% mid-change.
Hang on, can I just ask? I feel like we need a description of what that looks like.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm. So, strap in. There's, I'm imagining a pretty traditional, benches, low benches in the middle, lockers either side, kind of situation. And on the bench in the middle is where Torbrennan has been very, very carefully placing kind of basically the top half of his armor that he's taken off, and then hanging on the door of his open locker is a coat hanger with a suit on it. Not ostentatious formal wear at all, but pretty sharp, well kept, well made. Yeah, he's mid-change. Let's throw it in. I've got an undershirt over my head in the moment when you walk in.
Hello? Torbrennan, you in here?
Captain?
Oh.
Yes, one second. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, okay.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm reading this poster. I don't know. This poster is...
It's a good poster.
Yeah, I will continue to read the poster. You do... I don't know what you're doing because I didn't look, so you do
been
that.
Used there.
Yeah.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. Yes. Good.
And I'm done with the poster. I'm going to be turning around now. That's fine.
Excellent, Captain.
Good.
It's been, I just want to flag for the audience, it's been 7 months since you guys played these characters, and you've instantly just flipped straight back into them. This is a masterpiece to behold.
You turn around and he's already saluting.
Yeah, thank you, Corporal. Yeah, I salute back, kind of hastily. You look nice. You are going out. I know. Hi. sorry. I came with a purpose, and I realized that I haven't, maybe we haven't chatted in a while, and now I feel like it's rude to just, jump straight into business. But now I've said this, so I guess you kind of know what's going. Yeah.
Been extremely busy, and I mean, so have I. We both.
There is a lot of crime in the city.
Isn't there though?
Oh,
I mean, wow. I don't know. It's I'm starting to see it's less about the amount of crime and more about why people are committing them. If that makes sense. That's the issue, rather than the crimes themselves being committed. It's the underlying problems. You can't just cut crime's head off and mount it on a pike and parade it through the village.
Yeah, you have read the regulations manual, though, right?
No, I have. It doesn't say anything about that in there, no. Which did surprise me to start with.
Right.
But I think it's about getting to the root of issues rather than, path of least resistance.
Yeah, well, you should talk to my sister Vilscratch. She's got a lot of opinions.
I'm sure I will be given the opportunity to at the Lythwyn dinner this evening.
Yeah, I hear you're going.
I am. I was very invited by a number of your family members.
Oh.
I'll sort of produce like 4 or 5 separate RSVP cards.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, they do like you. To your credit, I think Zongroff's got a moment, realizes that none of these are from her. Obviously, she's forgotten to invite anyone.
I think Torbrennan is sort of perceptive enough. Well, no.
Opposed charisma.
Perhaps emotionally intelligent enough in this moment, or at least knows Zongroff well enough to just be like, I'd hazard a guess you'd forgotten it was even happening.
Yeah, a bit.
Well, take one of mine. And I give you one of the RSVPs.
It's from whichever is my least favorite relative.
It's from me.
Yeah, it's from you.
Right. Well, hey, I'm actually glad you're going, because I've got a bit. I mean, I'm glad you're going for not work reasons, because it will be nice to have you there. But also, I have work reasons. Look, the chief just spoke to me. Apparently, there's been like an arson on the street. There's the building between my family home and our bakery. It burnt down like a week ago, and I just, I have to go investigate. And
so what you're saying, Captain, is that some sort of mystery is afoot.
I think Zongroff smiles a little bit.
Well, looks like I won't be needing this. And I slam the suit back into the locker, pull the undershirt back off again, and start putting my armor back on.
I think this time Zongroff isn't like making effort. She's just in her notebook reading out the facts so far as Torbrennan's getting dressed again. All right, so yeah, no, it happened a week ago. There's a couple. They're staying in the B&B. They seem fine. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, that's the facts I have. Yeah. No, I just, I could use the support and it might be fun.
Been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Your case, Captain. Lead on. And I will strap my massive two-handed police baton to my hip, and I will follow my captain.
Amazing. I think dart off, to the family home. I will stop on the way to buy some kind of overpriced Lythwyn delicacy. What the traditional festive stuffed orange.
Yeah, perhaps some cured sausage.
Yeah, and it's very much like the one shop that, is, oh yeah, that one, yeah, I'll just pay some exorbitant price so I don't turn up empty-handed so my mother doesn't judge me.
Yeah, the finest artisan stuffed orange and smoked sausage.
I'll give a link to Torbrennan. Trust me, it's to everyone's benefit.
Sounds good.
All right, so as you make your way through the city to the Sunset Lanes where your family home is, just before you round the corner, you can hear the Gral'Shaak family home before you see it. There is music, there's chatter, there's squeals of excitable small children as you round the corner, and then as you approach, you can see that the windows are festooned with fairy lights and colorful decorations that are clearly made by the aforementioned small children. They're not the most intricate, but they are made with love. So yeah, as you come up to the door, there is a beautiful wreath, pine and holly and berries. And so yeah, what do you do as you approach the door?
I stand in a way that Torbrennan will be the first person seen because I know that they like him more than me. And then I'll just reach over him and knock on the door.
Sounds like an interesting angle to be standing that Torbrennan will be seen before you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You've had
You've
to crouch. Yeah. You're on your knees behind me.
Because like.
Oh, I was thinking like down a step, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I would like our three resident Gral'Shaaks to please roll initiative to see who gets to the door first.
Absolutely. 24.
20.
Okay, I got
Here's the
15.
thing. I got a 24 too. Tralyth.
What's your dex? What's the number for your dex?
14.
My ability score is 20.
Ooh. I think Wrik'Tuk is very shortly behind Tralyth, but Tralyth actually is the one to open the door.
Oh, Wrik'Tuk, let me get the door. Let me get the door.
Yeah, well, all right. I mean, it only takes one person to get the door.
Yes, but it's my house.
Sure. By all means, I suppose.
Thank you.
I was expecting somebody.
You were expecting somebody.
Yeah, I invited someone.
Who'd you invite? Are you seeing someone new?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
Well, it is if they're coming to my house.
What?
How audible is this conversation on the other side of the door?
I think it's very audible.
Okay, and as I opened the door, I was wondering if I could roll to see who I see first.
Oh yeah. Give me a perception check.
I feel like if you fail it, it's me.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, you instantly you're eye to eye level with Zongroff, so you see her
Zongroff, I see. Oh, thank you for coming, Zongroff. I see you're dressed for work. Oh, Torbrennan. Lovely to see you.
Sweep my helmet off under my arm and give a little formal bow.
Hey, Torbrennan, I'm glad you came.
Hello, Wrik'Tuk, Mrs. Gral'Shaak. I'm sorry to arrive so formally and informally, I suppose.
Yeah, you're wearing your armor. Is everything okay?
Well, perhaps the captain is better placed to explain.
I brought food.
You know that I made food, right? We spent days slaving over a hot stove to make dinner for tonight.
What did you bring? Did you bring a gnomish? I love a gnomish.
I think she just like play not playfully, but she kind of like lightly smacks Wrik'Tuk. A gnomish during the Lythwyn Festival.
Look, a lot of
What
the
is this?
non-Lythwyn followers, they like to go for a nice gnomish around the time.
Well, we're not exactly Lythwyn. We're not exactly.
Yeah, I think Zongroff's bought a gnomish.
Did somebody say gnomish?
Oh.
Awesome. Like, it's amazing. Great. Zongroff, you're actually here. What?
Hi. Hello.
Hantak,
Hello.
sure.
Yes. Joyful Lythwyn, everyone. Yeah. Hi, Hantak.
Zachary somewhere in the back, I think.
Oh, good. Yeah. Everyone is here. Yep.
Except, well, I mean, and you're here now.
Yeah. Yes. For Lythwyn.
No, it's just we didn't know if you were coming.
Yeah. Of course I would be here for Lythwyn.
The captain has been extremely busy upholding the good name of New Harbor. And what were the most recent crime statistics there? Zongroff, was it down 30%?
Yeah, I mean, there's still like a lot of crime.
It's a big city. It's fine.
But we're solving crime. Like, there's still a lot of crime to solve.
Hey, you're telling me? I mean, we got people in the hospital every day. So it's a busy time.
Yes, I'd imagine it is a busy time saving lives, Wrik'Tuk. Anyways,
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, it's really busy saving
I just give
lives.
Wrik'Tuk a
Thanks
look,
for notice. What?
just in that kind of like, don't try and decipher whatever's just happened.
I think at this point, I sort of lean out from behind Tralyth and just like wave a bottle of alcohol at Zongroff and like, drink.
Oh God, I would love that, but I am kind of working a bit.
I'm sorry, you're working
Yeah.
on the Lythwyn Festival right before dinner.
Maybe we should come in.
Well, by all means,
gotta
but am
set
I
it-
inviting guards into my house or am I inviting my daughter and her friend?
Let's be both.
Both? Yeah. I brought a big stuffed orange.
Thank you, Zongroff. And I think she takes the orange as she invites them in, and she then places it down on a table full of the identical stuffed orange
yeah.
brought by each of her children.
Yeah.
It's a traditional gift,
Yeah.
okay? You gotta exchange stuffed oranges on Lythwyn.
Absolutely. And yeah, as you go inside, you can see it's a very comfortably appointed house. It doesn't look massive from the outside, but inside it is TARDIS-like, and it's many rooms filled with massively stuffed sofas and brightly colored curtains, and of course many Gral'Shaaks all milling around. And Zongroff, you would know that looking around, this is not all the Gral'Shaaks. The rest of them, because you can't see your dad anywhere, you can't see some of your siblings, so you know that they would be at the bakery instead, because you cannot fit the entire extended family into one house.
Yeah, the overspill annex. Yeah.
The overspill annex. Because the one time you tried, it was a disaster.
No, Torbrennan is going to walk in and begin greeting all of them by name.
Have you been here without me?
Torbrennan, we love you. Come in.
Hantak, good to see you.
He's been around.
It is
yeah.
nice to see Torbrennan.
Do like a hand grab, like big, like flex with the Hantak. Just like, yes.
That old armor you gave me was perfect for the last art piece I needed.
Oh, fantastic. I must come and see it.
Love
and see it.
Anytime.
Well, that meditation session that I honestly just Tralyth, I heard you've given it a try recently.
Yes.
I felt just so liberated afterwards.
Yes. No, I felt just light as air.
Incredible.
That's so great. It's so validating to hear that
Yeah,
about my
Calming.
work.
It's calming.
Really.
Zongroff,
Yeah.
you should really give it a
Oh,
try.
you must, Captain. You have to. You've got to, Captain.
You actually should.
no,
though. It's
I,
great.
Tell me when you're free. I'll fit you in.
I will tell you when I'm
fine.
free. I assume I assume Torbrennan has there's like a circle of like kind Gral'Shaaks around Torbrennan, and I'm trying
you
to
can't-
fight my
you
way
can't
through.
see him.
Yeah. I am just tripping over every nibbling that I have, just running around the floor in the most uncoordinated way,
Yeah.
just trying to get. That sounds great, Hantak. I'll get on that as soon as I have a free evening.
Well, maybe you should take some holidays, Zongroff. Come spend some time with your family.
Yeah. Well, how are the neighbors?
Well, their house burned down. So,
Oh,
not
yeah.
great.
Yeah. So I kind of look. I don't want to mess up the evening, but seeing as I'm here, the chief asked if I could. I wondered if you saw anything. I like move my hand to my pocket where my notebook is. Then think if I take out a notebook and start taking notes to my mother, it's going to be real trouble. So I just
Yeah.
Zongroff makes the internal decision to just remember this.
Wasn't it like a week ago? A little slow on the uptake for the watch, right?
There's a lot of crime in this city.
Yeah.
Did I see anything?
I don't think you necessarily did. I think it was as much a surprise to you as the inhabitants of the house.
Well, it's interesting, actually. I was out late that night. I finished one of my my Krav Maga classes. I'm being taught, actually, one of your watch officers is teaching me.
Sorry, you're taking Krav Maga?
Yes, no, it's been incredible. So I left anyways. I left in the evening for the class, and I learned some of my. I've been going over my moves, And I got back, and the house was just burned down.
How long have you been doing Krav Maga?
I think I'm getting close to my black belt soon. So,
Yeah, she's been talking about it.
All day.
I mean, since I retired, it's just a great way to stay nimble, ward off the arthritis, So that sort of thing. Anyways, a wonderful teacher. This Warforged used to be a wood elf. I think you know him.
Oh God, Pine.
Yes, he's been teaching me.
Never met the man. Sounds delightful.
Okay. Well,
It's so strange you never see them in the same room.
Yeah. It's a size thing.
Zongroff is very slowly processing the mental image of a machine Pine Silver teaching her mother martial arts in the evenings.
Maddy, did Wrik'Tuk have anybody brought in? Was anybody brought into the hospital from next door?
I don't think Wrik'Tuk would have heard of anyone. The couple, Fiona and Gillian Rhododendron, may have come into the emergency room for just scrapes and minor burns, but nothing major. They managed to get out relatively unscathed.
Yeah, I didn't hear of any fatalities. The rhododendrons came in and they were a little scuffed up, but nothing fatal. At least not in Swiftwinds.
Do we know where they are now?
I think they're in a bread and breakfast somewhere nearby on the same street.
Yeah, the one that does the good
It's
bread.
above the bakery.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
right.
I didn't realize they were staying on our property.
No, they just get it delivered.
Above the bakery is where Croslin lives.
Yes.
So yeah, so I think it'll be further down the street.
I was just making fun of Zach's pronunciation of the word. You can not include any of that.
Bread and breakfast.
I see.
Wait. Croslin lives above the bakery?
I thought you didn't like Croslin.
I thought they were in another city.
Maybe we don't get into Croslin. Maybe we avoid the subject.
Told them not to come around here again, but are they doing Lythwyn over there?
Yes, your father is hosting Croslin for Lythwyn.
Great.
They are staying above the bakery.
Brilliant.
And we'll say nothing more about it.
I suppose we won't.
Thank you, Wrik'Tuk.
Drinks? Anyone?
I could go for some wine.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose.
Torbrennan, could I get you a drink?
Yes. I'm technically not on duty, but I am in uniform.
Yeah.
So,
I thought I thought it would be nice to have a nice non-work related evening.
yes. What would people like to drink? Wrik'Tuk and I will fetch them. And I'll big smile at everybody.
I'd love some. I think we have some wine in the ice box. Some elven wine I opened last night. I'll finish off the bottle.
Lovely.
I've got a wood elf red that I keep in a drawer. So they don't know about it. They use it for cooking, but it's great.
I'm just trying to leave the room with Wrik'Tuk.
Yeah.
If that wasn't
Yeah.
already very obvious.
Could I, just as Tralyth, just to myself, make a little, I don't know what kind of check you want me to do, just to notice the goings on between them?
Oh yeah. Give me a wisdom check. See if you notice anything.
Background or no?
Yeah, if there's a background that works.
I think former public actually, mother of many might actually be the one.
Yeah.
Is that a background?
Yeah, that is one of my backgrounds. Mother
And that's
of
my
many.
new indie band.
I rolled 17. I rolled
17. Torbrennan, can you roll me a unopposed charisma check to see if you can be
Yes.
subtle enough to beat a 17?
Don't think I've got a background that's appropriate here, but I'll just do a... Is it modifier and level?
Yes.
and background because I added background.
I don't think I need to with a 25.
Ooh.
I know nothing.
That's without a background.
Smooth as Nutella.
Everything is fine.
Thank you so much, Torbrennan. Lovely to have you as always.
All right. Shall we follow Torbrennan and Wrik'Tuk to wherever they go off to?
just into the next room or the kitchen, wherever the drinks are. Just making noises with bottles for probably longer than is necessary.
Yep. If we just keep going for a little bit, they'll stop listening. Mum loses interest quickly. There are too many other people to listen to, you know what I mean?
She's a big family, lot on her plate most of the time, I imagine.
And now Zongroff's here. That'll take her away immediately.
Yeah, she does tend to focus pretty hard on the captain.
I know.
Doesn't.
I don't get it, honestly. I can't see why she can't just be happy. You know, Zongroff does great work.
She defeated the Undying King.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was amazing.
What else does a person have to do?
I don't know. Mum is tough.
Is it really all to do with, I want more grandchildren?
I think
There's a lot of grandchildren in there.
I think Zon reminds her of her mother. Nana was a PI. When she was younger.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when she was younger. The positive maternal relationship has skipped a generation. I think Mum feels she has to raise her kids, in a way that makes them just as impressive.
I don't want to pass judgment. It's probably a better way to do it. But
trust me, I agree with you. But I try to draw her fire away as much as I can. But she seems to have an infinite capacity for targeting everyone. Doesn't matter what you do.
Look, I'm sorry about the...
Yeah. Hey, look, I get it. Duty calls, right? I mean, I've got my gear in the other room in case I'm called away. It's fine. Trust me.
It's the job.
Yeah, it's
right?
the job.
It's the job. Like,
It's a busy city.
And this is it's the busiest time of the year. For,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
for
Hospitalizations
crime
are
and
up.
People
Yeah.
getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's, we shouldn't even have come.
Yeah. Probably would have been best. You look good. You look nice.
Thank you.
Looking good.
So do you. It's good to see you out of the uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I wore something that I would be less comfortable getting blood on. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't remember the last time I did that.
That's okay. Look, I mean, if you're going to be busy all evening, then we can always go for a drink another time.
We could do yes. Well, hopefully this is nothing, and we can wrap it up quickly, and enjoy the rest of the night.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I don't want to. I get it. Work calls. You gotta pick up the speaking stone.
Well, yeah, exactly. And we've Zongroff and I haven't really, we've barely seen each other since everything that happened.
Yeah,
and
she and I haven't been chatting regularly either.
Well, I imagine that's part of the course.
That is fairly part of the course.
Most of the captain's close friends.
Yeah. This promotion has only exacerbated that.
She's doing good work, though.
Oh, of course. I deeply respect what she does.
What, if you don't mind my asking, everything got a little tense when Crosslin was mentioned. Not a name of Gral'Shaak that I've heard.
Cousin.
Right. Do you mind my asking? It's honestly fine if you'd rather not, but you just seemed pretty upset, and I just wanted to check you were okay.
They're a dentist.
I think Torbrennan just stands there blankly waiting for that to make sense. Like one of those things where his expression just freezes and doesn't change.
Look, they are tusk dentistry, for orcs. I found that kind of cosmetic dentistry is very much more focused on profit.
Right.
And, you know, I don't think that medicine should be used that way.
No, sure, right. The kind of elective cosmetic
Yeah.
side of things.
Look, I don't make it my business to have any animosity for anyone, really.
Well, we can't all be born as beautiful as you.
Torbrennan, come on. It's more than that, though. It's,
This took time, you understand, sort of gesturing at his facial hair and...
No, hey, you look good every day. Come on. How many invites did you get to this?
There were 4 with the first posting. I'd say 6 more in the week after that, and then there were 2 more this morning. So... Enough.
Yeah. If you need any backup, medical-wise, I have my... I got my breastplate in the other room. I got my shield. If this is going to be something that requires armor, I'd rather be helping you than be here.
Oh, yes. I worked out the speed dial, and I pull my, like, ridiculously sized speaking stone out. I don't know, like, maybe sort of inscribe a very quick sort of symbol on it, and it immediately calls Wrik'Tuk.
Yeah, no, I got that. You know, I can't imagine not having a stone. But I guess out in the country, right?
Little need for them, and very not that common.
But hey, look, half the reason I was looking forward to this thing was because you know, I invited you. So if you need something, I'll be there.
Thank you. How long has it been?
Since we left the room?
Yeah.
God, 3-4 minutes.
All right, shall we?
Yeah, we better head
I'll
back
grab
in.
the bottles and glasses and
As you try and open the door, it's locked.
Ha.
clink. Well, the door to the kitchen.
Yeah, the door to the kitchen. You can't get out.
I didn't even
It's-
know that door had a lock on it.
Does the door have a lock on it?
No, it doesn't have a lock. There's no keyhole. It just isn't moving.
Wrik'Tuk,
Yeah.
rattling the door handle.
Well, give it a shove.
I give it the hardest shove I can
All right.
without making a strength check because I will destroy this door,
Cool.
but it is not my first. It's not my go-to.
Yeah, if he's gonna make a strength check, Wrik'Tuk's gonna add his strength to that.
And look, that's just not going to go well
Yeah.
for that
Yeah,
door. Okay,
yeah.
These are some very dense boys.
Hefty
The
lads.
densest.
Yeah. All right, give me a dexterity check then to see if you can kind of hold your strength back enough.
Contain my strength. There we go. It's a little cocked, but it's cocked in favor of a 10, which would make that a 15.
15. Yeah, I think that is enough. I think perhaps there's a bit of a scuff and a few like splinters come off the side of the door as you shove it, but largely it is still intact, and you manage to get out of the kitchen.
Mum, I like living in the Ivy Lane. Oh, God!
I'm sorry. Are you destroying the house now?
Did somebody put something against the door? It was jammed.
No, of course no one put anything against the door.
It's a door, buddy. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it was jammed. It's not got a lock on it. You're not put locks on the internal doors, right?
Why would I put a lock on my kitchen door?
I don't know. Why would you put a lock on the inside of your kitchen door?
Okay,
There was
the
some
door
sticking to it,
stuff,
and
it's
yes, I'm sorry.
fine.
Any damages, of course, I will pay for. Apologies.
No, don't pay for it. It's not your fault the door jammed.
It's nobody's fault. It's fine. Everything's...
You could have knocked. We could have...
Knocked
Hey.
on the kitchen door?
Yes, and said we're stuck.
Hey, did
help?
you guys get the drinks?
Yes, drinks for everybody.
Drinks?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Where are
yeah,
the
yeah,
drinks?
Yeah. I'll start
Yes.
handing out drinks.
Oh, God.
All I was saying, Zongroff, is that the rates are so much affordable in the Sunset Lanes, and to be so much closer to the grandchildren.
Yeah, but I'm close to work where I am.
Well, you're not that far. You'd only have to walk for another hour.
Zongroff, can you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Okay, that's 19 then.
19. Oh, as you're being handed a glass by Wrik'Tuk, you feel a weird kind of pull on it, like someone you can't see is trying to grab it out of your hand, but you manage to hold on without breaking it. Like, it's a very weird
Does
sensation.
the liquid go everywhere?
Yeah, I think there is a splash. Like about half of your drink goes on the floor.
Careful, Zongroff.
No,
Sorry.
that's my fault. You want me to get you another glass?
You're getting real shovey today, Wrik'Tuk.
No, I'm sorry. I was braced to push on the door. I'm jumpy.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
I'll pour
sorry,
you. I'll pour you
Is
some.
this about Croslin, is
I
it?
s-
Is that what this is?
No, it's fine.
Just stop.
Okay.
Stop talking about Crossland.
Hantak,
we can maybe.
I'm sorry, but if your brother wants to cause a scene, I'm not going to allow it to
but he was-
escalate.
Mom,
Guys, can somebody help me stop the nibblings running into the
I
wine?
will do that. I will do that.
Mom, I'm gonna pour on some more wine.
Thank you, Wrik'Tuk. Why does this flow so easily out of me?
Yeah, because you're a bitch. Power.
Ascending to your final form.
Christ alive.
Sephiroth-like.
You should have been playing Tarzan.
You learn things about yourself when you play
Oh my
role-playing
God.
games. And Hantak, could you please make me a perception check as you go off to handle the nibblings?
That would be an 11.
You see something out of the corner of your eye that you'd think wouldn't normally be there, but you think, oh, I must have been seeing things, must have been mistaken, and you keep going to distract the nibblings from running into the table with all the wine. And
Okay, my distraction technique is basically to pick up as many of them as possible in one go and just move them. Yes, just move them to somewhere
5 in
else.
each arm.
Like a gigantic, like a big fishing boat to just stick your arms out and run at them.
Yeah, the Gral'Shaak grandchildren are liquid.
Well, I like to imagine they're like a Newtonian fluid. Like they're only liquid when they're like settled and they flow. Once you grab a bunch of them, they become solid in your arms.
Yeah, Hantak, could you make me a strength check? And I'm going to say half of the strength check is the number of nibblings you managed to pick up in one go.
Okay.
15. So you managed to pick up 7 in one go. A good portion of them. Enough to scare the remaining ones into compliance.
Maybe less scare them, but like more attract them to go with me because it's like, oh, something else is happening over here now because Hantak has just swept several of us away.
Yeah, distraction is the key with small children. And what's Zongroff doing at this point?
I mean, if Hantak's dealing with the grandkids and Wrik'Tuk's getting more wine, I will kneel down to try and clean up the wine. Like, I assume it's just chaos. Like, just everything is just noise and chaos in this.
Absolutely. It is very hard to get a moment to think in this racket.
I think I'll grab you like a cloth from the kitchen and hand it down to you.
I'll help clean up as well.
I got this, Mom.
No, I can help. I'm sorry. I know I can be a bit prickly around this time of year, and I am sorry.
No, thank you. I think I stand up and kind of try and take in all of the things around me. Hey, did Nana make it this year?
Your grandmother's not feeling particularly well today.
Oh, is she okay?
I believe she is fine.
Yeah, they haven't talked in like a bit.
Oh, you haven't called your mom?
For your information, Wrik'Tuk, I have spoken with your grandmother today, in fact,
Wow,
and she elected not to come.
first time in a while.
Yes.
Not to be a bad guest, but we are sadly here on business, and perhaps the captain and I can get to the bottom of this little arson issue and then actually come back and settle in and enjoy all of your company for this Lythwyn evening. And I'll sort of do a very small like head gesture to Zongroff if we to go get this done.
I look at Torbrennan with the kind of the understanding of, yes, let us make an escape. Yeah, we're just gonna go and do some investigating.
Well,
That's
yes.
what we do.
I think you can see that at the mention of her mother, Tralyth is looking a bit cross and not up to giving you guff.
Right. Cool. Okay. Just gonna head. Okay, come on, Torbrennan. And I just like dash out.
Can you please make a perception check for me, both Zongroff and Torbrennan, as you're making a dash for it?
I have the feat that allows me to roll with advantage to perceive anything with my senses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I add my guard background to it, please?
Yeah, you can.
Cool. It's 26.
Wow.
I rolled a 3 for a total of 8.
Back at it.
Incredible. Torbrennan blithely trumps up the stairs.
I think I've just taken a look over my shoulder and trying to throw like a "we will be right back" kind of look at Wrik'Tuk.
Yeah, fair play.
Wrik'Tuk will just nod, yeah.
As you're going up the stairs, there's a small patch of wallpaper that is peeling away from the wall, and Zongroff, you notice that, and you kind of take a peek to see what the damage is. And underneath the wallpaper, there is a very small written message in red, and it says, "It was your fault."
Okay, we need to get Hantak to give the grandchildren a talk, because my mum is going to be furious.
What? What's happening? What have you found, Captain?
So I think someone's writing on the walls. Look at this.
And I think on a 26 perception, it may take you a few minutes, but on a second glance, that is blood. That is for sure blood.
Right. Not to sound alarmist, Torbrennan, but
I mean, it does look like blood. Also, and I mean this with the greatest respect, I don't think any of the young ones have handwriting that nice.
I mean, you would be surprised at the courses that they make the kids. You're right. Right. That's.
You're right. You're right. Talented young ones, all of them. You're right. Sorry, was
just glance down the stairs to this like moving wave of children that just keeps going running back
rolling
and forth.
over furniture that is then destroyed in their wake
Yeah.
But then reassemble
by the next wave. Yeah.
Campaign 1 gave you Tidal Wave of Blood. The Christmas special gives you Tidal Wave of Children.
I like to think that we've sort of moved on to playing a game where I like bowl them down the hallway one at a time, and then they come like running back.
Yay.
Amazing.
Right. Okay. Well, that's weird, right?
I mean, yes.
Oh, hang on. Oh God, I haven't used this in ages. I go through every pocket, pulling out every pen cap, every bit of lint, every receipt, and all that.
The monocle. You don't keep it like round your neck or something? I mean, the single most useful item I'm sorry, I've that's not my place. Apologies, Captain.
Look, I've had a lot of paperwork. If you turn up and you're all sit there in your armor with your magic stuff, all raring to go, and then you got just papers to fill in.
But what if some of the paper was magic?
Yeah, maybe some of the paper is magic. I just take out so my magnifying glass, which, I'm going to say a thing and then Zach or Maddy can veto this. I think Zongroff has tried to turn it into a monocle since the end of season, so I can just stick it on.
No fight from me.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Right, yeah. I take out the lens and put it around my head and look at this bit of wall.
All right. Give me another perception check with advantage.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, Liz.
Oh,
How does that feel?
Tell me your secrets.
As you look at this message, a strange kind of viscous fluid seems to be dripping from it. That is not blood.
Oh,
Is kind of a pale, sickly green.
oh, gross.
When you don't look through the magnifying glass, it disappears. It is clearly something magical or supernatural in nature. I think with a natural 20, you're putting the pieces together of like the door closing and the kind of invisible hand grabbing your drink and the writing on the wall. You're like, this is some kind of ghost stuff.
I think I kind of stand up, compose myself for a moment, turn to Torbrennan. The thing about Torbrennan is he's been a guardsman now. He's calmed down a little bit, if I dare say, since the first season, and maybe he's a bit more sensible. And I just turn to him, knowing that the old Torbrennan immediately would jump to ghosts. And just go, Torbrennan, I think you know what this is.
Somebody wrote in blood on a wall.
No, Torbrennan, it's
You're the one with the monocle, Captain. You tell me.
It's magic. It's there's weird writing appearing. The door gets stuck. Something hits my hand. Something,
I'm not putting this together. There was a sticky door. It was odd, but doors stick.
Shit.
And then some wine got dropped. People drop wine. That's a thing that happens. I mean, this is definitely weird and needs looking into. I'm not.
It's monsters.
I see you over there. And I want to join you, but I can't. There's something in the way. Bring me over the chasm, Captain.
I think Zongroff just got so excited for a minute because she thought it would make him so happy, and this is just the ghosts.
For the second time this evening, Torbrennan's expression freezes.
Sorry, one more time?
The magnifying glass. Look, there's something. It's magic, but it's like a weird. It's gross and oozy, and I think it's ghosts. Oh my god. This is my house. Oh god, my mom's gonna be furious.
And I think it's at this point that suddenly every single door in the whole place slams shut. And I think that is where we're going to leave this episode. Yes, thank you so much for listening to our first episode in this little mini-series, A Lythwyn Carol. And thank you to our wonderful players for joining me. And I shall go to each of you in turn and I will ask, where can people find you? Starting with Rachel.
You can find me on Twitter at Smithy_Smith or on Instagram at SmithySmithism. I mostly tweet random nonsense and post pictures of my cat, so it's a good time. Come find me there.
Fantastic. And James.
Hi, you can find me at Barbarossa Phone on Twitter, but you probably shouldn't. What you should follow us on is you should listen to the other Realms of Peril and Glory shows. We got a lot to offer on the feed, and if there's any you haven't checked out yet, give them a shot.
All right. And Zach.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ZachFG. That's ZACKFG. And listen to The Orphans. Great show that James and I make. Pip is in it. And it's a good time. And it's science fiction. You'll enjoy it.
Awesome. And Pip.
Yes, hello. Open up any unmarked Christmas gift and I will burst out of the box regardless of the size and I don't know, try and eat your Christmas tree or something. Hello. Yes, I can actually now be found at Pip_Gladwin on Twitter. It's a Lythwyn miracle. So I can be followed there. I don't know why you'd encourage people to follow you, but there you go. Creepy.
And Liz, where can people find you?
You can find me on social media at Liz X Campbell. That's Liz, the letter X Campbell. In the first season of Vael. But if you haven't heard that, why are you listening to this? So, yeah.
That's very fair.
You can support Realms of Peril and Glory on Patreon at patreon.com/lightandtragic. And you can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at RealmsPod. And click the link in the description for RPG merch. So, yes, thank you. And we will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye. It's a spooky Christmas.